What was the purpose of my speech? The purpose of my speech was to inform the audience about the effects of stress on college students. How did you feel about going into this speech presentation? Briefly define speaker ethos. I felt confident because I had done my research, and speaker ethos is the ability of an audience to be trustworthy in the speaker. How did you work to make sure your speaker ethos was high? I did my research, and I made sure the audience was going to know what I was talking about when I was talking about it because I had done my research and I cited sources that would help back me up in what I say. Was your technology adequately prepared? What could you have done differently or better? Yes, my technology was adequately prepared, but I think I could have added transitions and other elements to make my PowerPoint more interesting. What principles did you keep in mind when creating and designing your PowerPoint? Give 1 or 2 tips. The principle I kept in mind was the 6x6 principle, and that's also the tip that I would give. It states that when you have a PowerPoint slide or PowerPoint presentation, you use 6 lines per slide, or 6 or less, and then 6 words or less per line. And it really helps with wordiness on your slides, so you can talk more from knowledge rather than having every word on the PowerPoint and then the audience can just read it off. So why are you even giving a speech? In terms of structure and organization, what element felt natural and what felt odd? My conclusions felt natural because in everything we've ever written, we've always had to have a strong conclusion in order to seal what we were talking about. And the thing that felt the most odd was transitions because I've kind of always struggled. Like I know what I want to say, but then transitioning from one thing to the next is something that I've always struggled with, so that felt the most odd to me. How do I consider my audience when developing my speech? I consider my audience by the fact that most people have probably been through college and they know the effects of stress. So I didn't try to bore them. I just tried to give statistics, and I just looked at them as people that know what it's like, so I didn't have to spend time on the little things. What I do in my speech that worked and what didn't work, and what areas can I target for improvement? I think my body and my points and like my research worked in my speech. What I think didn't work was probably my transitions, because that's the thing I struggle with the most, and that's the thing that I need to improve. Connect your learned experiences to the class and reading concepts. Include at least one specific chapter with a page number. The specific chapter and page number I would like to reference is Chapter 9, page 121, and it's about PowerPoint presentations, and it says that the most common mistake is wordiness, which I totally would agree with because like I've had that problem in past speech classes that I've taken, that my PowerPoints have got too wordy. But with using the 6x6 principle, it's impossible for you to get too wordy. So you really have to know what you're talking about on each PowerPoint slide in order to describe something in less than 6 words.